I'ma sing the hook on this one. Young Jay. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can't picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time and searching frantic till I find my light of just in time to pass it out so he can fire up and super stick it so we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we could ever meet eye to eye. Right now I'm out of reach, meet me in open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, late night show, man. Everybody that's here that's up late with me, man. Let's try to get some cash, man. I got looks on every single game, and let's break it down, man. Don't have the banners made, so we're just gonna go straight through it. I'm gonna go through it, basically straight in line. You see what I'm saying? All in line, man. First game up. First, yeah, like I say, everybody appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Everybody, man, I appreciate you. Join the channel as a member as well, man. If you can, 100 people watching live. It's 1 o'clock in the morning over here on the East Coast, man. I appreciate y'all, but let's get straight to it. I see you, Mickey. I see you, my guy. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, hey, let's see what happens, man. But let's go. First game up, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Washington D.C. in this one, man. Got the Wizards here getting 5.5 points at the house versus the Mavs in this one. This is a bounce back J spot for the Mavs in this one. They're coming off a game where they got absolutely smoked, man. 131 to 110. Luka had a horrible game. The Pelicans were all over him in that one, man. This is a double revenge spot from last year. The Mavs did lose both meetings versus the Wizards last year. They've also lost 4 in a row versus the Wizards as well. In my opinion, this Wizards team are the worst in the NBA. As long as the Mavs don't rest anybody, they'll probably smack these boys up, man. Mavs, the only way I could look in this one. It's not one of the stronger spots in my opinion, but Mavs, like I say, minus the 5.5. I know it's third game in 4 nights on the road. It's back to back on the road as well, but they're coming off a game where they just got smoked and they've lost 4 in a row versus the Wizards. This Wizards team is a shell of themselves of what they were the past few seasons, my guys. So the Mavs, the only way that I could look in this game, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Atlanta in this one. We got the Hawks getting a point, or laying a point at the house versus the New York Knicks. I don't think they should be favored here, personally. I think the Knicks are they shouldn't be underdogs here. Now, you could wait to see if Trae Young comes back. He did welcome his little girl into the world. If he does come back, you never know how much sleep that he got. You know what I'm saying? But something I like to do, man, fading a team off a back-to-back or coming off a tournament win and they played again the next day, I think it's a fade spot, to be perfectly honest with you. You look at the Knicks. This is a really deep team. They're also coming off a bad loss. This is also a bounce back spot for the Knicks as well. So you can say a bounce back spot for the Knicks. You can say a letdown spot for the Hawks. Knicks, number 4 defensive rated team over the last 5 games. They're coming off a 114 to 98 loss to the Celtics, where they got smacked up. Like I said, the Hawks on the back-to-back coming from Detroit as well. This is the 7th straight game in a new arena for the Hawks. They played a game at the house. They played 3 games on the road, 1 game at the house, a game on the road in Detroit. And now they come back at the house as well. So 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. The Knicks are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 first quarters here. I lean to the Knicks in the first quarter. I lean to their way in the full game as well. Those will be the top spots in this particular game, my guys. Like I said, I did the research on the game. I'm gonna let you on the games. I'm gonna let you know what my top spots in the game. And that's, you know what I'm saying. You do what you will with the info, my guys. But Knicks in the first quarter, Knicks in the full game is what I think are the top spots in this particular game, guys. Let's head over to the streets of Philadelphia in this one, man. Celtics laying 3.5 on the road. This line did open up at like 1.5 too. It's up to 3.5. Let me see what we got here. Yes, 3.5, some spots. So Celtics, let me just see real quick here. Pretty sure it's like 3. Pretty sure it's like 3. I can't tell you. If you like the Celtics, you probably want to take that shit tonight, my guys, to be perfectly honest with you. But this is a revenge spot from November 8th, my guys. They took a loss 106 to 103 in Philadelphia. The Sixers, they're due for regression, in my opinion. This is a third game, and this is a back-to-back for the Sixers. Didn't have to travel anywhere. Third game in 4 nights, still 4th and 6 nights as well for the Sixers team, who are playing their starters a ton of minutes, guys. And he's probably going to run out of gas if he plays. He's probably going to run out of gas towards the end of this game. 38 minutes last night. I know Maxey played 37. Harris and Milton also played over 35 minutes as well. The Sixers bench is not really giving them a ton, in my opinion. Over the last 3 games, the bench has scored 6, 13, and 10 points. This is a spot where they probably run out of gas. Now, Porzingis is questionable here. Obviously, if he's out, you'll probably get a better line for the Celtics here, but could only look towards the Celtics in this game, in my opinion, man. Just me personally, I feel like the Sixers have been way too high. They played 2 games versus the Pacers, running up and down the floor and on the back-to-back as well. Celtics going to bring the defense. They also have the offense that can run these guys off the floor as well. So something tells me that the Celtics want to come in here and prove that they're the best team in the East. They see the Sixers getting all the love. They see them going on win streak and all that. The Celtics probably come in here saying, all right, we're the big dogs here. We already lost to you earlier this season by 3. Now this is our revenge spot, and they have the rest advantage as well. So could only look towards the Celtics in this one. I do think that they're the right side in this one. Like I said, you could wait on Porzingis if you like, but he's questionable with knee issues or something like that. So possibly may not play, but I think regardless, you might see somebody for the Sixers possibly sit out in this one. Maybe keep an eye on Batum come back as well. But regardless, this is a Celtic spot. I think they're the right side. It's the only way that I could look in this one, my guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Toronto in this one. Not a super strong look on this one, but I'm going to give you the info. My leans on this one would be Bucks and the Raptors team total under. Remember, the Bucks have only been looking towards they want to bounce back on defense. When you hear Giannis, I'm kind of starting to listen to the players over the coach. When Giannis comes out and says, we need to play some defense, you see how they came out versus the Bulls in that one, locked in defensively. I think they keep it going here, man. Their main focus is on defense. This is a revenge spot as well. They got smacked up. We get into those spots with the revenge spots here. Revenge spot, they lost 130 to 111 in Toronto in their last game. This was November 1st. It wasn't too long ago. This was 2 weeks ago, my guys. They were down 25 points in the second quarter. They were down 22 at the half. They got absolutely smoked by the Raptors. This time, I actually think it reverses. The Bucks probably come in here and smack the Raptors up in this one, and also lean the Raptors team total under as well. Bucks come out here and play really good defense. I think they're going to start to get back on their defensive shit in this one, my guys. Remember, you got to sit Malik Beasley, man. You got to sit his ass. You can't play good defense with him in there, but when you see Giannis, Brook Lopez come out there locked in on defense, that tells me they're going to start focusing on the defensive end. I'd lean Bucks. I lean Raps team total under as well in that way, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago in this one, man. Bulls. What do they land? 2 points. It's a discrepancy. I mean, you got 2 at DraftKings, you got 3.5s out there. So depending on what side you want to lay, I did see that DeRozan's going to be out for this game with personal reasons. That's not good for the Bulls, especially with them already having issues, inner turmoil. They're talking about trading Levine. I mean, that's what they have. Those are their 2 main scorers, Levine and DeRozan, right there. So that's going to take a huge hit. Don't have a super strong look on this one. I do have the under written down as a possible look. These are 2 defensive-minded teams. Magic on a road back-to-back. No DeRozan means even less shot makers for the Bulls. This Bulls team is a defensive team, my guys. This is a defensive team. I don't really like their offense. Love their defense. Probably going to have Caruso back in there as well. Magic missing their guys, missing Fultz. They're missing William Carter Jr. They're turning into a defensive team as well, my guys. So the under 216 and a half was be my top look in this game. I don't even care who wins. I just be looking for it to be a defensive game. Let's head over to the streets of Phoenix in this one, man. You got the Suns here laying 5.5 points. I think the Suns are in a bounce back J spot here. They have a major rest advantage with 2 days off. The big 3 is finally going to be playing together at the house as well. This is the 3rd straight home game for the Phoenix Suns. They're off 2 straight losses. They will not lose 3 straight at the house. This Suns team is a top tier team in the West. You're going to see now that the big 3 are back, you're going to see now. I can't say Booker, his first game, he might run out of gas getting used to the NBA game action once again here, but you look at this spot for the Wolves, absolutely horrible spot for the Wolves. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if they rested somebody, guys. Back to back for the Wolves. So remember, Wolves coming off a really tough game in San Francisco. 2 straight wins versus the Warriors, 2 huge wins, 7-game win streak for the Wolves in this one, but they're 5.5 point underdogs. That's very telling here. And also, like I said, a team coming off of a tournament win, you want to fade them the next night, man. These 2, I think Carnte Towns played like 41 minutes. So to look at the Wolves back to back, third game in 4 nights, fourth game in 6 nights, all on the road for the Wolves. They will drop this game. This is damn near like a scheduled loss for the Timberwolves in this one. The Wolves are some ballers. They're going to make the playoffs. They do play a lot better at the house. They just smacked up the Warriors twice on the road. They're dropping this game in Phoenix. Obviously, Phoenix is going to need to play some defense, but I think Booker, Beal, and KD is going to be too much for these guys. They also got Eric Gordon coming back as well. This is a fatigue spot for the Suns. I see them running out of gas in this one, guys, in the later stages of this game. Let's go over here to the streets of LA in this one. I got Lakers written down for the first half in this one. Obviously, they didn't have to play their guys a ton of minutes after smacking up the Grizzlies in this one. They've lost 5 of the last 6 games versus the Kings. They're 5-0 at the house. Kings are 1-3 on the road as well, coming off that big win versus the Cavs, but they're going to have to work for it versus the Lakers. You got AD down low who can really command the paint. Hachimura back. They got Jackson Hayes back. Now LeBron might not play on the back-to-back, but I do think the Lakers in the first half would be my top look in this one, my guys. But let's go to the last game of the day. We got the Cavs here. This is probably one that I like a little bit more. There's discrepancy in this line as well. You can get 9.5s out there. It's actually 11 at most spots here. I did read something saying that the Blazers players ran out of gas tonight in Utah. If you ran out of gas tonight in Utah, now you got a back-to-back. You got a road home back-to-back here. I'm looking at the Cavs. I actually think the Cavs are a trifecta spot here, to be honest with you. First off, so I have Cavs trifecta written down. I have this to be a possibly under type of game, but this mainly for the Blazers. I don't see them scoring many points here. I actually think this could be a trifecta on the team total under for the Blazers, and also a Cavs trifecta on the spread, first quarter, first half, and full game. This is a bounce back J spot for the Cavs. They're pissed off after their Kings loss. I'm kind of figuring out the Cavs. They don't really put together back-to-back showings. They'll beat the Warriors and then they'll get smacked up. They beat the Warriors again, then got smacked up versus the Kings. But there's some truth to that, though. See what I'm saying? They know that they have to bounce back defensively here, and they can do it versus this Blazers team. The Cavs are number 6 in opponent points and points in the paint per game, which we know with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley down there, it's going to be really hard for them to score in the paint. What do the Blazers like to do? They're not a good shooting team. They don't want to get most of their points in the paint. DeAndre Ayton, Shaedon Sharpe, Jeremy Grant as well. They like to drive to the paint. But you look at this, they give up a ton of points in the paint as well. Blazers, 29th in opponent points in the paint per game. See what I'm saying? So they're the second worst in the league at allowing teams points in the paint. And if you look at the Cavs, they held the Warriors to 52 first half points on the road as well. If they can hold the Warriors to 52 points in the first half, I definitely think they can do that versus the Blazers as well. Wouldn't be surprised if the Blazers couldn't even hit 50 in the first half here. This is where I'm looking at it. Cavs first quarter, first half, full game, all on the spread, and the Blazers first half team total under as well. So the top looks in this game is Cavs in the first half and the Blazers team total under in the first half. But the way I'm looking at it, Cavs got to come out here and jump on this team early. Obviously, they're pissed off. The first quarter does fit the system for the Cavs as well. I see them coming out here building a lead in the first quarter, and not looking back in this game. I know it's the last game of a 4-game road trip, but it's even a more fatigue spot for the Jazz in this one. They were just on the road for a week. You just played in Utah. You see what I'm saying? Now you got to fly to the house as well on a back-to-back with no rest. They might end up resting somebody here as well. This is a scheduled loss for the Blazers. I see them getting smacked up. I see a possible 20-point win for the Cavs in this one, and I also see their defense coming out here smothering the Blazers early and often, my guys. So those are the looks right there, man. I went through the whole card. I gave you all my looks on every single game. That's the show. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Best of luck on whatever you guys decide to bet. Like I say, these with my top looks would be Cavs in the first half, Blazers team total under. Really, Cavs first quarter, first half, and full game. Blazers team total under in the first quarter, first half, and full game as well. The under in the full game. The Suns are in a bounce back spot, and the Wolves are also in a letdown spot as well, and a fatigue spot. After those two, those would be the two top ones. After that would be the Knicks in the first quarter and the full game. After that, it would be Celtics. After that one, it would be Mavs. Then Lakers first half, Magic Bulls under, and then the Bucks and Raptors team total under in that one, my guys. That's what I'm liking. That's what I'm liking in that one. Those are the looks. I do the info for you guys. Whatever you decide to bet, it's up to you guys, man. It's us against the bookies. Let's get some cash. Like I say, best of luck, whatever you decide to bet. Those are the top looks on every single game. I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Have a good night, my guys. Let's go.